Hi, this is Lou from Lou's Antiques and Collectibles, and we buy and sell stuff at the two antique malls that we're in. We're in Maumee Antiques in Maumee, Ohio, and Plaza Antiques in Lincoln Park, Michigan. And today we're heading to the Yack Arena because the Lions Club is putting on a sale there. So this is twice a year, the spring and the fall, and we are in the spring. So come along. So we're at Yack Arena and it opens at 9 and I can see the line is already wrapped around the whole building. So we're going to be waiting in line for a little while to get in because I think it's either $1 or $2 admission, I'm not sure. But yeah, they're lined up and ready to shop. So this Yack Arena is a pretty big building. It's actually a hockey rink. From time to time, but right now they're having this event in there, and this is always a good sale, and this is a great sale because it's the start of the season. So this was spring of the previous year, and today I am shopping really seriously, so the camera is not real great all the time, so I hope nobody gets motion sickness, but it's a little bit wanky at times. But like I said, I'm doing serious shopping for the season. This is just the start of it. This is my friend Claudette's booth. And she's at one of the antique malls that I'm in, and her stuff is very similar to mine. We probably buy the same types of things, and we probably price it pretty similar too. So it was nice to see her display and all the jewelry that she had. Lots of jewelry at this show. This show also has a big variety of other things. There's tons of jewelry, of course, and there's collectibles, and you'll see it's just a big variety. Here's a really nice Kate Spade purse. This was brand new. It was $60, which is kind of a lot, but not really for a brand new Kate Spade purse. And I had my daughter along with me, so there was lots of Disney items that we were looking at because she's always looking for collectibles. So we are in the toys a lot. Nice selection of toys at this sale. And I kind of wish I was at this sale right now because I'm going into the Christmas season and there was a lot of good Christmas stuff too, which was very odd at a spring sale. But Christmas is one of those things you got to buy all year. Here's some nice pins here for $5 a piece. And here's some Christmas ornaments. And I sure wish I'd have picked up on a few more of those things. It's kind of hard to buy when you're in the spring, but you should really just buy it all year round. Whenever you see a great deal, always buy your seasonal stuff when it's off season because usually it's cheaper. And look at all these earrings. Some beautiful necklaces. And some bracelets. And here's a little bag lot of jewelry. Here's another little bag lot. And they had lots of boxes and trays full of small items, which is kind of what I like to deal with. That was an interesting necklace, but a little bit too modern for what I look for. Sometimes I buy modern stuff, but I really try to stick to the vintage if I can. Now those little plastic beady necklaces, I can't sell them very well. Sometimes I'll buy some pearls if they have a nice latch, but otherwise I kind of steer away from those. And here's some kitchen items. And some Tupperware. And this is some old Tupperware. I don't know if that's Tupperware or actually something else, but that's pretty cool. It's definitely from the 70s. Lots of toys. Tons and tons of toys. And I'm getting better at the toys. I'm going to be setting up a display probably this week of just toys. And I'll be doing a YouTube on that, so be sure to tune in for that. And here's a bunch of dolls here. I'm kind of looking for those Monster High dolls. They're really good sellers for me. The other dolls are okay. I can get a couple bucks out of them, but not real great sellers. The Monster Highs, for me, I can usually get a decent amount of money, and they kind of move fast. So I always look in these big piles of dolls. And actually, I've even sold a couple broken ones because one of the dealers that buys them from me, he actually uses the parts. If I make them real reasonable, he'll take it and part it out for some dolls that he has that are broken. And here's some kitchen items. And this is a nice bag of jewelry. And I do end up buying quite a bit of jewelry from this lady. And these pins were nice too. Now, a lot of the stuff that I looked at jewelry wise and other things, the price has to be really reasonable for me to buy it. I have to be able to make a profit on it. So I typically have to triple my price. So there was a lot of good items that if you wanted for your personal collection, it was a great deal. But for me, I'm looking for items to sell. So that's why I passed on so many things. Oh, we had that treetop when I was a kid. It was on our tree. You can tell how old that is. Lots of cool Christmas stuff. So this sale kind of has it all. I mean, they have a big variety of pretty much everything you ever wanted to find. And like I said, it's put on by the Lions Club, so it's a nice fundraiser for them too. And they actually have a booth here, and I usually check that one out because it's super reasonable. Ooh, that's a nice little lady picture, or pocket or a wall hanger. I don't know which one it was. And there was a blow mold. I probably should have looked at that. Here's some vintage Disney. My daughter was kind of looking at. And here's some more toys, some cards, and lots of record albums. Now, record albums for me, I am not skilled in that area. Same with comics. The record albums, I will buy them if they're really cheap, like for $1. And they were like 70s or 80s rock bands. Those seem to be pretty safe. But otherwise, I kind of steer away from those. I really don't know the values. You have to look up every one. And unless that's a hellacious deal, I'm probably not going to buy it. Here's some nice pottery. And some cups and saucers. And a couple canisters. And look at all this cool Christmas. Some nice little old houses. And they actually had some old Easter. Now that's something you just don't see. And I'd have bought a load of that, but it was pretty much priced like I would price it. So I wouldn't have been able to make a profit on it. But Easter items, vintage Easter is very hard to find. So it was cool to see it there. And here's some plates and some home decor. Lots of pretty items for decorating your house. And more toys. And we even got some tennis shoes. Like I said, you never know what you're going to find in these booths. Everybody has a big variety and lots of different things. So there's something for everybody. And like I also said, this is a sale that they have in the spring and the fall. So I typically go to the spring one. I don't always go to the fall one because there's so many other sales going on at the same time. But it is a really nice sale to kick off the season. It's usually pretty early. I believe it was... I think it was March or April, but you'd have to look that up. So look up Yack Arena Lions Club Flea Market, and you will find all kinds of information on it. Here's a table full of dollar jewelry. There was some nice items there. Nothing real spectacular. One thing, if you see those plastic beads, sometimes there'll be some real amber hiding in there because they don't know what it is. So I always do check those boxes. Oh, here's a nice little box. Everything's $1 or less. Got to dig through that. All kinds of treasures. And here's some more decorating objects and collectibles. There was some Francoma there and purses. And here's more jewelry, and I hope nobody gets motion sickness. But like I said, we were doing, our main purpose here was doing the shopping. The camera was the secondary, so I was there to find things. So sometimes that happens when I'm really working. This is a piece of boopy, not candlewick. So just wanted to show that to you folks. And there's some elegant glassware there, and there's some more depression glassware. And here is pedalware, I believe. And I have a little one here helping me while I'm narrating, so don't mind the coughing and the little noises. That's from her. Lots of cars. Look at that. And more jewelry. There was a ton of jewelry at this sale, which was great. That's right up my alley. Look at all these necklaces. Nothing really spectacular. I'm kind of looking for more unusual things. I have a lot of standard type of objects. I'm kind of looking for those really neat pieces that are just unusual and maybe more difficult to find. This was a big basket of pearls I kind of dug through. I don't usually buy pearls unless they have really nice latches or they're better quality pearls. You can kind of tell by how you feel them. If they seem plasticky and they're real light, they're not really that great to sell. And there was a bunch of bracelets in there. Oh, that's a nice necklace with the green stones. I kept digging in there to see if there was anything else, but that was probably the only thing I found. Now, this whole table here was $1 a piece. That's definitely right up my alley. Love those dollar tables. But it was the beginning of the season, so I wasn't, I wanted to get a few things, but I wasn't too hard pressed yet because I knew there was a lot of citywide sales coming our way. Nice pins and earrings in there. Should have bought those pearl earrings. Those were really nice. And this box here, I believe everything was, I think, $2 in that box. And that little box, I think things were 50 cents. So you always got to take a look at all these boxes. You never know what's hiding in there. More cool jewelry. That was a pretty Christmas pin. That's something that sells really well for me. Christmas items sell really well in the jewelry department. They got to be reasonably priced, though, for me to make a profit. These are the items that I got at the Yack Arena flea market sale in Wyandotte, Michigan. And let's start. I didn't get a ton of stuff, but I got really good stuff. This Fenton vase was only $5. I mean, it is beautiful. I don't know. I'm thinking when I looked on the internet, it was around $50. I think that's kind of unreasonable. I probably put about $30 on it, but that is a nice vase. Then I got all of these pins on this white card here for $30. So they were about $2.50 a piece. And I thought that was a great deal. There's some basic rhinestone ones. And this one they're saying it's sterling. So I haven't pulled it off the card here and looked yet, but we'll see. And then these are kind of basic ones. But this one here is a real cameo. And that's why I kind of wanted to buy it. Because just between that and if this is sterling, I mean, I will double my money for sure. And here's a nice cameo also. They say that's a real shell. I don't know if that is. It doesn't look like that to me. And then here's the other pins up close. There's a Sarah Coventry one in the middle and a Lisner one on the end here. So that I thought was a great deal. I probably should have bought more from that lady, but I didn't. But wow, that was a good buy. And then I got these two necklaces on the side for $1 each, which they're not real valuable. They're worth probably $3-4, but still, that was a good deal. So all in all, I think I did pretty good. I didn't get as much as I normally do, but I feel like I still got a good amount, and what I got was good quality stuff. This is my brother-in-law's YouTube channel, and he has provided a lot of the music for our YouTube, so take a look. So this is Lou from Lou's Antiques and Collectibles saying goodbye, and I'll see you again. Bye.